In the previous video, we defined solar consciousness as the radiant sovereign light of the true self, and the solar guardian as the regulatory container that protects that light. However, when the system malfunctions, the throat is the first casualty. So let's get into the message. When we look at the human energy field, there is one place that almost always becomes dysfunctional first in response to our emotions. It is a fragile bottleneck sitting between the fierce warmth of our heart and the cool logic of our mind. It is the throat. Previously, we defined solar consciousness as the radiant, sovereign light of our true self, and the solar guardian as the regulatory container that protects that light. However, when that system malfunctions, the throat is the first casualty. It is the vulnerable gateway where internal sovereignty is meant to meet the external world. But when we refuse to speak our inner truth, we are not keeping the peace. We are in fact building a prison. Trauma, control, and early conditioning are brutal teachers. They teach us that speaking our absolute truth results in abandonment, rejection, or even pain. The throat learns to protect us, but it also creates a false guardian. This isn't a guardian of regulation, and it is in fact a guardian of constriction. This false guardian clamps down. It physically tightens the throat, choking back tears, swallowing anger, and silencing necessary boundaries. We map the results of this control onto the body itself. The throat becomes a closed loop where the pure solar fire of our will, our passion, and vitality cannot escape. That raw creative fire, turned inward, doesn't fade, however. It burns us. It manifests as chronic anxiety, hypervigilance, and deep resentment. The physical body tightens, while the voice itself becomes raspy, thin, or performative, losing its unique, safe, and sovereign frequency. To free the voice, we must remove the false guardian of control and replace it with the true guardian of somatic safety. The solar guardian is not there to force the truth out. It is there to make it safe for the truth to arise. Control is a defensive reaction rooted in fear. Connection is an action rooted in sovereign strength. The true solar guardian restores the throat's trust by engaging the nervous system directly. It understands the heavy branching of the vagus nerve that governs vocal resonance. It recognizes that clean boundaries and physical grounding, which is being strongly centered, right, provide the stable structure that allows our throat to soften. It provides a container strong enough to handle whatever external response our truth creates. Letting the throat free to speak from the heart is an act of purification. Trauma forces us to wear a vocal mask, to speak words that are strategic and safe rather than words that are real. When our throat trusts the structure of our solar guardian, it no longer needs logic to armor itself. It drops that mask. The voice relaxes into its natural, unique resonance. The bottleneck opens. The warmth of our heart and the clarity of our core flow outward, unimpeded. We are no longer holding back a furnace. We are channeling our unyielding, unmasked inner truth. And we are finally free. And so to follow is a somatic activation and guided meditation designed to bridge the solar core, which is your solar plexus heart, with the throat center, moving your system out of defensive constriction and into regulated, sovereign expression. This is best performed while sitting upright with a neutral spine to allow clear breath flow through the central channel. I now invite you to gently close your eyes as you sit comfortably with your feet flat on the ground or cross-legged. Imagine your spine as a flexible golden conduit. Place your right hand over your solar plexus above the navel and your left hand softly over the center of your throat. Begin expanding your peripheral awareness behind closed lids to down-regulate your nervous system. Inhale deeply through your nose for 4 seconds, bringing the air all the way down into your diaphragm, under your right hand. Exhale slowly through slightly parted lips for 6 seconds. With each inhalation, visualize a warm, steady golden sun glowing at your solar plexus. Feel its heat, not as an explosive fire, but as a stable, nourishing furnace. Now silently say to yourself, I am the vessel. My energy is centered, sovereign, and safe. Shift your awareness to the space around your body. Visualize a radiant, protective perimeter, a golden shield forming around your heart and throat. Bring your focus to your left hand over your throat. Notice any tightness, swallowing reflex, or physical armoring. Inhale deeply. On the exhale, release a long, soft, audible sigh. Feel the physical muscles of your pharynx and jaw loosen. Now softly say, I release the armor of control. My solar guardian holds the perimeter. It is safe for my throat to soften. Now visualize a beam of liquid golden light rising from the sun at your solar plexus, moving upward through your heart and entering the narrow gateway of your throat. Take a full breath into your belly, and on the exhale, produce a low, resonant humming or toning sound. Mm. Feel the physical vibration in your vocal cords, your tongue, and throat tissue. Let that vibration signal absolute safety to your vagus nerve. Feel the cool, tight armor around your throat, melting under the steady, warm flow of golden light from your core. Bring to mind a truth, a boundary, or creative vision that you have been holding back or choking down out of fear or peacemaking. Speak this phrase out loud in your natural, unhurried, resonant tone. My voice is the bridge between my core and the world. I speak without mask. I speak without fear. Take 3 deep physiological sighs. 2 quick inhales through the nose, followed by 1 long, complete exhale through the mouth. Slowly lower your hands to your knees. Gently blink your eyes open, keeping your attention grounded in your physical body and your throat open and spacious. Carry this quiet, steady authority into your day.